a black horse beer, and a bag of chips. I said, would you like to share? I looked at Colleen and said, Colleen, she's a keeper. Once I got to meet and spend some time and Gloria, got to know her more, my first impressions are absolutely right. What I've got to know her, she's a wonderful, professional, energetic, vibrant, independent woman, and her and Bob are going to have a lot of happy years together. So we'd like to introduce you, or not introduce you, welcome to our family. So could you raise a glass to the bride? Do you want to say something? Anyway, folks, thank you.
I have a note here from Bob's cousin Julie. She says, dearest Robert, to you and your beautiful wife Victoria, sorry we couldn't be there today, but know that we are wishing you joy, love, and happiness on your wedding day, and as you begin your new life together. From Julie, Darren, Alexis, and Jesse in Doha, Qatar.
Thank you so much, Scott and Colleen. That was on a separate note, kind of related to the Rogers family. If everyone has a chance tonight, check out the beautiful frame and the string of photos set up in the back there near the entrance to the washrooms. That was made by a good family friend, Jean LeGros, of the family, and these photos are hilarious. They're amazing. If you want to see Vic and Bob in every stage of adolescent development and nerdiness, you need to check this out. It is pure gold. So right straight in the back of the room there. At some point tonight, please have a look at that. It is wonderful. All right, so next, I'm so happy to welcome up the bride's parents. So I'm going to do a quick little blurb on these two lovely folks. So Paul and Patsy have traveled from Sydney, Cape Breton to be here with us today. I've been really lucky to get to hang out with them a bit over the last couple of days. We've had a lot of laughs. We've packed a lot in. It's so interesting meeting one of your best friend's parents for the first time. You really put a lot together about your friend, let me tell you. It's been amazing for me, and I think everyone around Vic for the last few days to be lucky enough to spend some time with their parents. We've really noticed that there's a lot of traits that come directly from her father and directly from her mother. And they blend together to make Vic one incredibly unique and amazing human. So what we figured out is Vic's amazing motivation and drive and charisma. That's Patsy. That is all Patsy. That is Patsy. It's amazing. And Vic really blossoms at that, so it's fantastic. Where do I start with Paul? This is so good. Quick little backstory. So Paul Neville has been heavily involved in social activism for a lot of his life, especially up in Cape Breton. Since Vic was a young child, about how old? 8, 9, 10 years old. There's a tent city set up outside the Sydney tar ponds, which Paul was involved in protesting. So as a young kid, Victoria would go with her dad and go in and out of this tent city and actually be involved in this social protest, which was truly an amazing thing to be involved in from such a young age. And for anybody that knows Vic now as an adult, that radiates in almost every aspect of her personality and everything she does. She is a crusader for social justice. She is one of my main feminist influences. Anybody I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. She's a true inspiration. And that's been instilled in her from a very, very young age for both of her parents. So before I get too weepy here, I'm going to welcome up Paul and Patsy to give a nice little speech together. Thank you.
It's given to me. So, actually, Actually, I'm going to tell you a little story. Everybody talks about Victoria for the first time, a few years ago, whatever it is. And I remember her calling me and she said, "Dad, I'm getting married." And my answer was, "To who?" I'm sorry. I mean, I'm very involved in my children and their education and their cars and their this and their that. But I could never care less who they dated. So I always say to them, I don't want to get close in case you get rid of them. You know, it's like, but on the other hand, I'm going to tell you, marriage to me is a commitment. And it's whether you stay together or grow apart, it is a commitment. And when I got married, I got a beautiful woman, 3 lovely kids, and then Patsy family. No, seriously, I got probably the best supporter I had in my life. Here, standing aside. And then you get that, you got to make it. Now the other thing is, I'm supposed to invite you into my family. I don't even know you. I mean, seriously. Maybe she can, whatever. Right? But I don't want you to call me Dad. Your dad's right over there. I got 3, I got rid of 2 already. Hey, I don't need any more from them. I child-proof the house for no reason. I don't want it. So, I really, I do have to invite you to a family. And it's a family I've been thinking about for a while. And when I came here, it was proven to me. And I thought, oh my God. When I came here, it was proven to me that he belongs in this family. And there's quite a few men I'm looking around here, there isn't that family. And that family is the Can-Dos. When I was growing up, when Victoria was growing up, I told her my name wasn't Paul Neville, it was Paul Can You. Because I always said, Paul, can you? Or Paul, can you? And I have heard, Bob, can you? So many times. I know. Because he has me, that family, we all know him. I'm very glad to have you along, Bob. It's going to be a great time. Come see me anytime, but I don't have any extra bedrooms. Thank you. We're so very happy.
Well, people, how do you follow up with that? I don't know. However, I would love to invite you into my family. Because the moment you came to my front door, you were like an old boot and I had a sock to finish. And I thought, Victoria, you picked a winner. I've never in my life had to worry about Victoria. I never had to worry about the guys she dated. I never had to worry about her doing poorly in school or disrespecting me or disrespecting anybody for that matter. And I'm very, very proud of her. And I'm so pleased to pass her over to you, Bob. Because this goes back a while. When Victoria was very young, we were a very Catholic family. Paul's brother was a parish priest for years. His other brother was in the seminary until he got sick. They were all at Mass every day, and my second date with him was to go to church. Well, I hadn't been to church for a while, but I said, what the hell, I'll go. The only thing I know about church was, you get there, you do the communion, you don't let it touch your teeth. Anyway, I raised this little girl in a very Catholic church. And she's sitting down with her father one day, no, with me one day at the doctor's office, and she sees the children's Bible. And she says, Mom, this children's Bible is not illustrated the way it's supposed to be. And I said, oh yeah? How do you know that? She said, because the stories are all mixed up. And there was a nun sitting next to me. And she explained what was wrong with the Bible that she was reading. And then I looked at her and said, she is very well versed in her Catholic faith. And I said, sister, don't tell me. They had like Trivial Pursuit kind of religion in that family. It's not me. But anyway, she ended up getting her sacrament. She went into grade 7. Now that's supposed to be a very stressful time for a new girl going to a very large school from a very small school. Well, the principal apparently told them to look at what's available in the curriculum and try to get involved with sports, art, whatever they like. So Victoria, thinking about it, not mentioning to me at all what she was thinking of joining in school, she couldn't find anything, so she went to her principal's office. She knocked on the door, she said to the secretary, can I speak with Mr. McVeigh? The secretary said, no, Mr. McVeigh's busy right now. She said, well, I've got the time, I'll sit. So her Uncle Al was teaching at the same school, and he just kind of left the seminary to look after his mom, who became sick, with full intentions of returning to get ordained. So she goes up to Mr. McVeigh. She said, Mr. McVeigh, I'm Victoria Neville, and there's nothing in the school that I'd like to join, but I would like to start something. And he said, what were you thinking of, Victoria? And she said, I'd like to start a rosary group.
I know it's hard to believe.
3 days later, she comes to me and she said, Mom, the principal's avoiding me. And I said, the principal doesn't even know you. You're in a class, a school of like probably 900 kids, and you're just the first week of school. No, I introduced myself to him. I asked him to form a rosary group. I said, listen, kid, he is avoiding you. So the principal stayed down to Alan in the chemistry lab or science lab, whatever he's teaching, and he said, geez, Alan, I just met your niece. He said, oh, what do you think of her? He said, well, she just asked me if she could form a rosary group. Alan says, well, what are you going to tell? What are you going to say to her? He said, well, right now I'm just trying to avoid her. Anyway, I always thought she was meant for the convent. Is unbelievable, okay? So I'm going through Facebook, and she's dating now, she's got a great guy, I love him, he fits my old boot and everything. And I go on Facebook and I see this picture of my daughter in a black convent nun's outfit, in a repurposed church, behind the confessional, with her, which I was so pleased to see, black fishnet stockings and a double rum of Coke in her hand. But you have to realize that I had all this pent-up worry, and being a mental health nurse, I'm always aware of my anxiety. I bombed on this and I went, oh Jesus, I'm in the horse! It was like, it just brought me back to all those painful memories that I've had her, with her wonderful abilities, her creativeness, her love, her brilliance, her ability to take on a project and go with it. Whether she got it from me or her dad, it's pretty hard to tell because we're both pretty good people. Right on? However, I'm so glad she's not in the comments, and whether she goes to church or not, like, I don't really give a hell. But you're so welcome, and Victoria's such a lovely gal, and there would be very few people in the world that I would say deserve to have her. other than me and her dad. Okay, fine.
I think we can conclude that Vic's sense of humor comes from both of her parents. Wow. Wow. So that was Ari, the nun costume story. I can't corroborate that, but what happens at the bachelorette party stays at the bachelorette party, right? That's all we'll say about it. So between Vic almost becoming a nun, in which case I guess we wouldn't be here today, but a cute little childhood story about Bob as well. So Colleen told me last night, and when Bob was about 8 or 9 years old, he was in class, and his teacher, I guess this probably would be frowned upon now, but his teacher decided to go around and ask each individual student what religion they were. That he is?
Hocketarian.
Bob was a Hocketarian. Hocketarian. Not a Pastafarian, a Hocketarian. So I think his teacher rather patiently asked, Bob, can you tell us what a Hocketarian is? And he said something along the lines of, well, miss, instead of going to church on Sundays, I play hockey. That makes me a Hocketarian. I love you guys. Oh, that was amazing. We've had some great speeches tonight, and just looking around, I see such an incredible, diverse crowd. A lot of people have traveled a really long way, taken a lot of time out of their busy schedules to be here, and I think that says volumes about the kind of people that Vic and Bob are, and the folks that they attract. Vic and Bob are the kind of people that you want to be around all the time. They've got this amazing energy. They're always open to adventure and new experiences, and it's truly amazing being around them and sharing in that friendship. So I'd like to actually welcome Vic and Bob up here right now to give a quick little thank you. No pressure.
Okay, so first things first, I'll keep this brief, because I know everyone wants to get back to the drinking and then eventually the dancing. So we'll keep this short. Again, many lovely toasts so far tonight. So I'll start with, on behalf of my beautiful wife, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who helped make this wedding happen. Special thanks to the decorator Trina, to Rebecca and her team from Taste of Roast Warren.
Warren Farm and Market.
That's about what I was going to say. Warren Boyd, delicious greens. And everybody else, there's two, especially in the last few days. People